The engagement ring I paid for exposed her secret life with another man. I'm mid-proposal, one knee down, and she flinches like I'm offering a coupon for wedgies. Her phone lights up on the table. See you at 7. R. My brain performs the Windows error noise while I'm holding a ring I financed on my card. Vendors already paid non-refundable deposits, and my mom has embroidered napkins that say forever. This isn't heartbreak, it's an audit. Someone is using my money to sponsor a second relationship, and I'm the unwilling Patreon tier. If you've ever loved someone and also loved not being bankrupt, stay. One dusty detail on this ring outs a cheater you'd never suspect. Follow the money on her finger. It screamed. Let me sharpen it. Love is messy. Fraud is painfully simple. You trace the purchase order. The revelation isn't vibes. It's an inscription hidden inside the band and a date that already happened. The jeweler calls it a routine correction, like oopsie fonts, except the date was stamped 6 weeks before we even booked a venue. Canceling a wedding sounds like feelings, but it's contracts, reputations, and who pays for 1,000 tiny white lies shaped like candles? I'll give you the exact sentence I used at the jeweler that forced the truth out like toothpaste. 12 syllables, 0 wiggle room, and suddenly everyone's eyes got very, very interested in the carpet. What policy? What date? Which player? You're about to know all three and why my ring turned into a ledger with diamonds and a microphone. Engagement spending is up, and romance scams are surfing that wave like it's sponsored by Bad Decisions LLC. Rings aren't just sparkly. They're data sets, scratches, receipts, engraving logs, serials. Your love story has metadata, and mine started pinging like a smoke alarm in a popcorn store. So we rewind to when everything looked Pinterest perfect and see which parts were paid for by me and enjoyed by someone named R. This is the bridge from shock to timeline. Once you see the order of things, the chaos makes sense, and the jokes get dark, like my credit score for 3 weeks. Quick reset. Title card energy. The engagement ring I paid for exposed her secret life with another man. Welcome to the audit. Players, me, the spreadsheet with shoes. Her, suddenly a 5 a.m. athlete with cash-only beauty habits. The jeweler, unintentionally hilarious. The insurer, who speaks fluent actually. And R, a man who texts like a vampire RSVP. The flow is clean. What happened? Who did it? Why? Then fall out like bridal confetti in a leaf blower. We're not meandering through slow backstory. We're jogging through receipts with good posture. Money is the narrator you can trust because it doesn't tell jokes. It just shows numbers. We'll start with the ring, custom setting, her special phrase request, the timing that felt cute, and the microscopic detail that turned romance into a spreadsheet with teeth. Deep breath. Act 1 is where the pretty bow loosens and the thread snags, on insurance, policy addresses, and one suspicious font. The perfect lie and the ring. I am the least romantic you'll ever meet. I don't buy rose petals, I buy spreadsheets. I paid deposits like I was speedrunning adulthood. Venue, caterer, photographer who says candid like a threat. We agreed on modest. My modest means custom ring with good ethics and no kidney sale. I did the ring the responsible way, financing at 0%, signed like an adult, cried like a toddler after seeing the total, then took a victory lap in the jewelry store bathroom because the lighting was flattering and I needed a win. She loved the design board. I want something simple and personal. Her simple was a custom setting with a delicate hidden halo and a phrase inside the band. Always, then always. Her words, sweet, slightly cultish. I nodded like, wow, poetry, while opening a note on my phone labeled expensive love phrases. Then came the new habits. Overnight, she became a 5 a.m. fitness influencer, minus the audience. Just a gym bag that sounded like it carried kettlebells and secrets. She paid cash for every beauty appointment. Lashes, nails, hair, something called brow lamination that made her eyebrows look like they had HR policies. She had work dinners dressier than my job interviews. I asked, should I pick you up? She said, no, it's clients. Don't make it weird. I apologized to the concept of transportation and cooked myself a sad omelet. Our money rules were boring, which is how I like them. Joint savings for wedding costs. She handled rent, I handled utilities, groceries, and, minor detail, the ring. Big expenses went on my card for points because I'm a points raccoon rummaging through the trash for miles. Every Sunday, we reviewed the budget, except suddenly her Sundays got busy, and the spreadsheet started to feel like a choose-your-own-adventure where every path ended with me paying. The ring process was a montage with invoices. We picked the stone together. Nothing ostentatious, just clean, balanced, round. She kissed me in the parking lot and said, "This is our story." I tried to say something poetic. I sneezed instead. The jeweler was a gentle wizard who called prongs claws and said girdle without laughing. We approved the CAD design. She requested that inscription. We set a timeline, 2 weeks for casting, another for setting, engraving at the end. Neat, adult, controlled. Hairline cracked though. She insisted on handling the ring insurance. "It's bad luck if you insure your own ring," she said, with the confidence of someone quoting folklore invented by an underwriter on vacation. I said, "We can put it under my name now and transfer later." She tilted her head. "I've got a better policy through a friend. Let me do it." I shrugged. Delegation, the silent killer of bank accounts. Social pressure turned everything into a group project we couldn't quit. My mom posted cryptic countdown tiles with doves. Her sister booked a bachelorette Airbnb you sign for like it's a missile. Bridesmaids bought dresses that required their livers to be on board. The sunk cost wasn't money. It was everybody's feelings wearing pastels. You don't question a train when everyone's already on it taking selfies. You just hope it's headed to happily ever after and not budget hell. Meanwhile, she became allergic to shared calendars. "Stop inviting me to things on Google." "They're not invitations. They're timestamps, so we don't double book the florist in your spin class." It's controlling. I stared at my color-coded boxes like, am I the villain or just organized? Back to the jeweler. One microscopic detail set the mood for the disaster. He asked casually if we wanted the engraving in a serif to match the other one. I laughed because he said it like we were ordering the usual at a cafe. "The other what?" He corrected himself so fast his glasses fogged. "The other, option." I filed it under weird, but diamonds are intimidating. I should have felt the wobble when she kept redirecting ring pickup. "I'll go," she said. "I'm already near there for a work thing." Her work thing had become citywide. Meanwhile, I'm sitting on receipts like a dragon who rents his cave. My card statement was a tiny Greek tragedy. I was happy. I was also an unpaid intern for a relationship. Families chimed in with advice that aged like lettuce. Her aunt, "Let the bride lead. It's her season." My uncle, "Engraving is forever. Choose wisely." I wanted to say, "So is debt. Choose Visa." Instead, I smiled and carried on, a groom-shaped wallet and a nice shirt. The perfect lie worked because it looked like love. Early mornings for health, cash for confidence, dinners for career, insurance for superstition. That's the thing about romance. The red flags wear white. I didn't know yet, but our ring wasn't just jewelry. It was a ledger with claws, waiting to scratch. And the first line item was that inscription, sitting there like a quiet accountant, ready to flip the lights on. The Inscription Clue. 3 days before the proposal, the jeweler calls like he's confirming a pizza topping. Quick check on the inscription layout, phrase on top, then the second date underneath, correct? My brain trips over the word second. I keep my voice friendly. We only have one date. He backpedals so hard I hear carpet burn. Right, yes, my mistake. Just a routine correction. Ready tomorrow. Tomorrow arrives with fluorescent lighting and my smile stapled on. He presents the ring like a christening. It's beautiful, clean shoulders, the halo tucked like a secret. I ask to see the engraving because anxiety loves magnification. He hands me a loop. The phrase is there. Always, then always. Serifed, crisp, exactly as approved. Then I see it. Below the phrase, tucked like an afterthought, there's a date already in the past. Not ours, not even our month. It leans half a hair to the right, off-center like it was sprinted in at closing time. Worse, the numerals are in a thinner sans serif, like the ring forgot its dress code. My stomach drops a floor. I keep my voice even. This date seems unusual. He gives me a customer service smile that trembles around the edges. We had a surface variance during finishing and re-engraved. Nothing to worry about. Variance sounds like a salad dressing. I nod like I love vinaigrette. When was the first engraving applied? I ask, casual. He glances at the terminal. Last month. I blink. We finalized 2 weeks ago. His mouth starts a sentence and then slams the emergency exit. Let me check the work order. He vanishes behind a curtain of beadboard and gilt. He returns with the ring box closed and the paperwork neatly stacked. All set, he chirps. Translation. Please leave before my conscience melts. I pocket the box and walk out slowly, like sudden movements could spook the truth. In the car, I use my phone camera like a telescope for bad decisions. The loop reveals the micro scratch just before the numerals, like the machine hiccuped, and a tiny notch where the band's engraving pass restarted. 2 fonts, 1 phrase. A yesterday stamped into tomorrow. I replay our timeline. We approve the CAD. We pick the stone. We set the date range. And yet an earlier date lives inside this band like contraband. If I confront now, I get theater. If I collect, I get answers. I text her soft. Ring looks perfect. Might be a hair snug. Resizing? She replies instantly. Don't touch it. Bad luck to resize before the proposal. New folklore unlocked. Got it, I send, and my thumbs write down another rule. People who lie invent rituals. At home, I start a microlog because panic loves paperwork. Date, claim, artifact. Engraving, past date visible, artifact, photo with ruler. First engraving timing, claimed last month, artifact, clerk statement. I add a note, fonts don't cheat, people do. Then I call back with my politest audit voice. Quick insurance documentation request. Can you email the final engraving layout and the work order? If there were corrections, timestamps help with warranty. He hesitates, then says the sentence that opens the floorboards. We don't usually send internal notes, but we can provide the client work orders tied to the SKU. Bingo. Great. Please provide all client work orders on this design SKU history. I pronounce each word like I'm reading a spell. He inhales. Let me ask my manager. While I wait, I pull our calendar. The engraved date lands on the night she had a client dinner. Her public story shows a clinking glass boomerang. Caption, client wins, no faces. The next morning, her best friend posted a robe and croissant breakfast from a hotel chain with marble that could testify. Same marble, she spa dayed last month. Either she vacations in bathrooms or she's patterned. Email dings. PDF arrives. The work order shows our names, the phrase, the CAD ID. A second entry is stapled to it. Same design SKU, completed 3 weeks before our approval. Client name redacted, but the pickup initials linger like perfume, RD. I feel nothing for a full second, then everything arrives. Numbers don't accuse, they align. I call the store again, voice like a librarian. To confirm, separate client records exist for that SKU, he says carefully. Yes. If asked in person, can you verify 2 orders with identical engraving language but different dates? If asked directly, he says, we can confirm order history to the client. I set the phone down and look at the ring box on the table. It gleams. It also holds a timestamp that doesn't belong to me. I am not devastated yet. I am awake. I take one more photo through the loop, catch the notch, the kerning shift, the trader numerals, and add it to the log. Denial can argue feelings. It can't debate alignment. The plan changes shape. No blow-up. No speeches. Just a sentence, a room, a SKU, and a date that answers itself. Following the paper trail. Morning arrives with coffee strong enough to notarize my suspicions. I call the jeweler in my responsible adult voice. Insurance needs the full packet. Layout approvals, corrections, timestamps, and anything tied to the SKU. He says of course, with printer fear in his throat. 10 minutes later, my inbox thuds. Work order, CAD ID, engraving approvals, and a neat line. DUP SKU REF. Notes include prior engraving removal, minor variants. Variants, my beloved salad dressing. I reply, sweet as receipts. Appreciate it. Could you send the full SKU history? Insurance hates partials. He hesitates. We generally don't. I smile into the phone. Totally fine. I'll just note SKU history exists, but is unavailable. He exhales compliance. One moment. The history lands. 3 entries. Hours. A consultation 2 months earlier, same dimensions. And a completed order 3 weeks before our CAD approval. Client redacted, but pickup initials. RD Sesame Street teaches the alphabet. Heartbreak teaches initials. I open a fresh folder named Evidence. Ring. I file everything like I'm curating a museum of quiet panic. DUP SKU page. Engraving approvals. Timestamp deltas. I annotate margins as if a board judge will grade me. First engraving predates order by 3 weeks. Different numeral font weight. Notch before numerals equals repass. Next, I test insurance. I call the carrier she touted as a friend's better policy. I put on my benign errand voice, confirming a jewelry declaration while aligning renter's coverage. They ask for a policy number. I give our address. Nothing under your name. I float hers. Click. Found it. Policyholder. Her. Address. Different location. She reads the street. Eucalyptus wafts through the phone. Anything about engraving coverage? Can't disclose specifics, but yes, engraving covered. My gratitude is polite. My notes are ruthless. I hang up and build a triage timeline. Date. Claim. Artifact. March 14th. Policy start. Artifact. Carrier confirmation. April 2nd. DUP SKU creation. Artifact. Internal code on work order. April 9th. Past date engraved. Artifact. Jeweler timestamp plus loop photo. It reads like a minimalist crime poem. I need the concierge piece without begging the concierge for souls. I call the hotel like a corporate auditor who snacks on decor. Confirming boutique hold pickups for VIP last month for reconciliation. The concierge is cheerfully discreet. 2 holds released on the 9th. Name? Cannot share. Initials? A patient pause. RD. I log it. Triangles love a third point. Her address drift needs a face. I open a delivery app, add a decoy order of artisanal hummus, and browse the building directory photo they proudly post for community. Floor 7, R. Dalton. Screenshot. File name, resident proof, 2PNG. I do not deliver hummus. I deliver consequences. I check our shared laptop. She never logs out of Chrome because hubris is ergonomic. I type ho, and the browser delivers hotel loyalty. A cached confirmation header flashes. Romantic package. Dalton. R preview only. But previews are confessions with fonts. I do not open her email. I do not need to. Headers count when patterns shout. Time for a soft verification loop with the jeweler. I call. Lullaby tone. Confirming separate client records exist for this SKU? Yes. And if asked in person, you can verify 2 orders with identical engraving language, different dates? If asked directly, yes. Translation. Bring witnesses and the magic sentence. I export everything to a redundant cloud because truth should survive spilled coffee. Folder structure. 01 underscore work orders, 02 insurance, 03 underscore hotel, 04 underscore loop, 05 underscore timeline. I create a 1-pager in normal language. What I know, the ring design was completed for RD 3 weeks before our approval. The insurer lists her at a different address. The hotel held gifts for RD on the engraved date. My ring contains that date in a different font. No adjectives. Adjectives stir excuses. Nouns end parties. I text her a breadcrumb, thinking we should list the ring under my renter's policy just until proposal. She replies with folklore. Already insured. Bad luck to double list. Cool. Policy number? Later. Running to a client dinner. Later is a landfill of accountability. I drag the chat screenshot into 06 underscore texts. Microcheck. My card shows a boutique florist charge on the engraved date. I call the shop. Confirming recipient name for a corporate reconciliation. They breathe policy at me. Can't share. Initials? RD? I taste eucalyptus again. It tastes like refunds. I email my bank's dispute desk a heads-up packet. Subject. Potential misrepresentation. Engagement ring and wedding expenses. Body. 3 bullet points, 5 exhibits. I keep it boring. Banks love boring like bees love order. Auto reply promises a case number. Bureaucracy? Sing to me? Then I set a boundary with myself. No confrontation without a question she can't dodge. I sharpen the line until it gleams. Which date is ours? It's not a speech, it's a scalpel. I call the jeweler one last time. Are you available to swing by our small ring toast for a quick clean? Good PR. He hesitates, then agrees. Marketing catnip. I tuck the loop into my pocket. I tuck the SKU history behind my ribs. I tuck my shaking into my shoes. Before I close the laptop, I record a 60-second explainer for future fallout. Hi, dates, claims, artifacts, no insults. I generate a QR code and paste it atop the 1-pager because if feelings riot, logistics need a megaphone. The folder syncs. The printer warms. The truth hums like a refrigerator. Triangles complete themselves. SKU, policy, concierge, fonts align. And me? I stop waiting for courage to feel cinematic. Courage looks like PDFs and a single, merciless question. Testing the alibi. Time to poke the balloon and listen for leaks. I start soft. Ring feels a hair snug. Let's swing by the jeweler Saturday at 2? I say it like brunch. She smiles without her eyes. Can't. Client dinner. I blink. At 2? She sips air. Pre-game. Sure. Corporate champagne warm-ups. Where? I ask. Alder and Flint, she says, like a cologne. I search while nodding. Permanently closed. Different state. Closed for years. Do they have parking? I text. She replies with a shrug and a champagne emoji. That's not an address. That's a confession in glitter. I don't argue. I pivot. Cool. We'll move the resize. Tuesday after your yoga? Perfect, she says. The studio calendar says staff training. Doors shut. Incense off. I skip the phone call. I don't need a receptionist to narrate this plot. Micro chance encounter at the grocery store. Her best friend spots me near the hummus. Party prep? Small thing, I say. She grins. Back to Laurent's? You two love that place. I tilt my head. We do? Her face tries to reverse time. I meant Lori's. The diner. The fries. I nod like fries solve crimes. Back home, the pattern clicks like a seatbelt. I log the test clean. Sat. Alder and Flint. Artifact. Closed listing. 2. Yoga, artifact, studio schedule. Screenshots go into the folder like obedient little soldiers. My computer fan hums approval.